The new jacket is already on three shoulders. A paper tag taps your knuckle. You feel late before you feel curious. That is the problem. Some people do not rush because they hate trends. They pause because speed can make borrowed choices feel personal. Why does being early sometimes feel wrong? One week it is shoes, next week it is color, then a phrase, a haircut, a hobby, a way of holding yourself. You keep meeting the same little push. Try this now, wear this now, want this now. Do you even want it yet? You are not even sure, but you still feel behind. Intelligent people notice that pressure fast, even when nobody says it out loud. A sleeve waits under the closet light. The tag is still there. You rub the stiff corner once and let go. That tiny pause says more than people think. It is not change. It is borrowed urgency. The hard part is not seeing what is new. The hard part is telling whether the want is really yours or whether the room handed it to you. At the bookstore front table, glossy covers lean in the same direction. Your thumb rests on one bright release because everyone keeps naming it. You picture the conversation before you picture the reading. So you buy the book, carry it home, and place it on the shelf with the wrap still tight. Weeks later, the corner stays clean. Sometimes the purchase is for entry into the moment, not for life after the moment. Trend speed looks like confidence from outside. From inside, it often feels thinner than that. It feels like acting before your own taste arrives. And that is why the rush can feel oddly lonely, even in a crowded season. Some choices arrive wearing a clock. That is borrowed urgency. You are not thinking, I want this. You are thinking, I should settle this before the crowd leaves. Intelligent people get suspicious right there. They know rushed taste can borrow certainty from other people and call it identity. But it is not the trend itself. It is the timer wrapped around it. In the paint store, swatch cards open like a fan across your hand. Everyone keeps reaching for the same soft green because it is suddenly everywhere. It looks clean. It looks intelligent. It looks current. But you take the cards home, hold them against your walls, and something goes flat. Would you live inside it every day? They want to know how the choice behaves after the showroom glow disappears. Notice what they do not hesitate over. They can decide fast about tools, routes, even hard work. They are not slow by nature. They slow down when the choice is really about self-presentation. A trend is rarely just an object. A trend quietly asks who you are willing to resemble. In the fitting room, the mirror edge catches a sharp line of light. The jacket fits. That is what makes it harder. You can already imagine the quick nod from other people, the easy proof that you are current enough. But then another question arrives. Would you reach for this on an ordinary Tuesday when nobody is around to witness the choice? They stop and ask whether the item survives outside the moment that sold it. When borrowed urgency moves faster than private use, regret gets dressed as taste. The choice may still look right in public. It just stops feeling alive in private. That is why the rush can turn stale so quickly. At the weekend market, matching canvas totes swing at almost the same height. Nobody planned that. People simply want to land inside the same time. This is one of the hidden pulls behind trends. They promise social timing before they prove actual fit. What are you really buying there? They know belonging gets expensive when it depends on staying current every few weeks. Back home, the hanger hook turns a few degrees under the lamp. The new piece hangs forward as if it wants a turn. But the tag brushes your wrist again, and you pass it. The decision looked complete at purchase. It was not. The real vote happens later, in the quiet hour when nobody is watching. Rows of rolled mats lean against the wall in nearly the same dusty shade. Last month, everyone wanted the old color. This month, another tone suddenly means better taste. You bring home the new mat because it seems to say something clean about you. Then class begins. Your feet press down, and the surface feels wrong in your own body. The body often judges faster than the image. Waiting can look cold from outside. Often it is the opposite. It is careful attention. It is the refusal to let a fast room finish a sentence that should belong to you. And that is the quieter problem. On the bathroom shelf, the cap of a popular styling jar keeps collecting a pale ring of dust. The first week, it felt exciting just to own it. The jar seemed to place you inside the right season. Now it sits half-used, asking for a face, a schedule, a mood you do not naturally live in. They cost maintenance, repetition, and self-reenactment. A brass hook on the wardrobe side starts to fill with small obligations. The scarf needs the right coat. The shoes need the right hem. The haircut needs the right texture every morning. A trend rarely asks for one yes. It asks for many future yeses. Smart people often count those future mornings before they trust the first spark. They are pricing the afterlife. There is a difference between curiosity and surrender. Intelligent people can enjoy what is new. They read, watch, try, compare. But they do not want the crowd to finish the sentence for them. Would the choice still breathe if nobody saw it first? So they wait long enough to hear their own reaction without the room speaking over it. In the salon mirror, clipped reference pages rest under a black comb. A style that looks sharp on everyone else is suddenly the month. The barber lifts a section and pauses. You can feel how easy it would be to say yes and let the season decide your face. You are not choosing a moment. You are choosing weeks of meeting yourself in every reflective surface. They know applause fades faster than self-recognition. That is why they often look late to other people. They are waiting for the noise to leave first. When a trend still makes sense after the heat drops, then it starts to feel readable. Borrowed urgency always sounds louder than actual fit. Near midnight, the closet rail gives a dull metal shine. Your hand finds the new jacket again. The paper tag folds once against your thumb. You stand there long enough to feel slightly embarrassed, as if the room has caught you in a small performance. Then you take your old coat instead, and the new one stays behind for another week. They fear waking up inside choices that only made sense while somebody else was looking. Waiting is not purity. It is not superiority. It is often just a filter. Shame goes through it. Cost goes through it. Fit goes through it. What is left when the room goes quiet? And that matters more than seeming current for one bright afternoon. Months later at a flea market, a version of the same silhouette appears in rougher cotton and a duller shade. No campaign is attached to it now. No season is shouting. You lift it, laugh a little, and this time the answer comes clean. Yes, this would actually live with me. Sometimes they adopt the trend after the race is over, when the object has stopped demanding a performance and started offering a life. Late is not the same as lost. The crowd may have moved on, but if the choice finally meets your real life, the timing is not empty. It is honest. And this is where the pressure begins to loosen. So intelligent people do not rush because they are not trying to win the first bright moment. They are trying to remain recognizable after the bright moment passes. It is not distance from the world. It is distance from borrowed urgency. The trend may still arrive. It just has to survive the quiet long enough to become real.